Hello everyone, welcome to Nebo TV. My name is Atah Ameh. Thank you for tuning in to the channel today. And for those just joining us for the first time, kindly click the subscription button and notification bell to always get updates from Nebo TV. Alright, today we are gonna be talking about something very interesting that has been trending on various social media platforms. Recently, we saw some fallacious claims about Attah Ameh of Igala, Agada Idu, on social media. Attah Ameh was a revered Igala king. Our attention was drawn to the fake history of the Oba of Benin, including the Emir of Kano, relating to the purported history of Attah Ameh. First of all, the fake story states that at a particular meeting held in Kaduna, which consisted of all paramount traditional rulers in Nigeria and which had the Queen of England in attendance. The person that wrote this history did not include a date, but the truth is that Queen Elizabeth visited Nigeria in 1956. So, the writer says that Attah Ameh was asked to remove his cap to greet the Queen of England as others had done, though he refused until they said he should leave the meeting if he would not remove his cap. But Attah was not like the others, or was he? It was a taboo for Attah to remove his cap in the public space. The entire hall was occupied by bees that flew out of the cap of Attah Ameh. The Queen of England, as well as other rulers in the meeting, ran helter-skelter except the friendly Oba of Benin, who was asked by Attah Ameh to go out before he removed his cap. That was a lie. The Oba of Benin did not visit Queen Elizabeth in Kaduna or any state in Nigeria. We want to make this clear to the writer of this fake history of Attah Ameh that when Queen Elizabeth came to Nigeria in 1956, the Oba of Benin asked the Queen to visit him in Benin, of which she did. She came to Benin with her husband accompanied by Chief Obafemi Awolowo in 1956. One of the problems of the school system in Nigeria is lack of proper history classes in the lower level schools in the country. Fake history of Nigeria is now dominating the activities of some Nigerians as a result of poor knowledge of their history. The writer of the history of Attah Ameh also states that the hall where the incident happened became empty as some were stung by the bees and the meeting ended abruptly. Consequently, Attah Ameh was asked to be arrested and handcuffed by the security people, which they did, but the handcuffs fell off his hands. He was later locked up in a room on the instruction of the northern rulers and guarded by the security personnel, but only to find out later by personnel that he had left the room. Yes, when the security were taking him to be locked up, he told his driver, Amanabo of blessed memory, to take the car and be going to Ida, while the security locked him in the room. He then warned Amanabo not to look back until he felt a cool breeze in the car. Though Amanabo argued a little, but he cannot leave the Attah there, but later obeyed and started driving back to Ida from Kaduna. After some time, he felt the cool breeze in the car, and Attah Ameh was seated inside the car. The incident in the meeting made many traditional rulers, which were mostly Northerners, to be angry, especially making kings run in such a manner because of the bees. This became one important sin, and it was like one sin too many. The Queen of England was also not happy, and the Queen and the northern leaders, started looking for a way to remove Attah Ameh from the throne since he was getting tougher and uncontrollable like others, as well as searching for an obedient replacement. Another story of the Attah Ameh stipulates that in April 1953, Emir Mohammed Sanusi I of Kano plotted the dethronement of then Attah of Igala, Ameh of Benin. The Attah's offense was his refusal to bow before the Sultan of Sokoto, chairman of the Northern Nigerian Council of Chiefs, during the council meeting in Kaduna, capital of Northern Nigeria. Ameh of Benin was given the option to remove his crown and bow or be removed from office. But the Attah was a god and could not bow to any human being. Attah Ameh knew that by the Igala tradition, the implication of his dethronement was that none of his children would ever be allowed to be crowned Attah after him. So he accepted to remove his crown and bow. But the moment he removed his crown, a swarm of bees rushed out of his head and chased the chiefs out of their chamber. The story goes on and on. It is obvious that the magical powers attributed to the late Attah Ameh are being exaggerated. Some people even said that the Attah Ameh magically constructed a bridge with stones across one river after Aloma in Ofu local government area. Some claimed that Attah Ameh cursed several places like Dekina, Ochaja, etc., and that these places are backwards today because of his curse. In fact, similar stories have it that coconut trees cannot produce coconuts in Dekina due to Attah Ameh's curse. But coconut trees are in Dekina. There are places where it has been said that the mark of Attah Ameh's fingers are visibly seen on rocks. It has also been said that Attah Ameh in those days used to disappear from his palace and appear in far places like Kaduna for meetings. Some said Attah Ameh appeared to a woman who defied the tradition of the land and went to fetch firewood from the burial sites of the Attahs, which is called Ojiana. The woman had defied all warnings not to go there, and when she eventually entered the place, she unknowingly stepped on Ameh of Benin's portion of the graveyard, and suddenly, the great Attah Ameh physically appeared and practically caned the defiant woman, who he finally warned never to come there again. There might be some elements of truth about Attah Ameh in the history narration, but it was overly manipulated, and some of the stories in the write-up were purported by the writer. We hope this clears the issue of fake history of Attah Ameh. Thanks for watching Nebo TV today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like our video, share to your loved ones, and we will be very grateful. See you next time. My name remains Agbaje Onome. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.